hey, is that such and such? Like, I'm dating him right now. He was just with me yesterday. He was just with me last week. We were just on vacation 2 weeks ago. Like, different girls. By the time I got all these girls together, same stuff, he was taking us on the same dates, saying the same stuff.
Up the road, they threw out some spike strips for him and they blow his tires. I basically had a threesome, but that's what I was like.
I'm your driver, Stacia, and this is not a boring ride. It's more than just getting people from point A to point B. No, this is entertainment that will leave your flabbergasted. So, if you're getting in my car, come with a story.
I was married, then I got divorced, and I was doing online dating because I met my ex-husband online, so I was always open to that. So I went to this site called Luxy, and it just had more quality people on there. And I met this guy. He was from Minneapolis, a white guy, but he was fine as heck to me. And we just clicked. We connected, we clicked. Long story short, we ended up in a relationship. So I was going back and forth between Atlanta and Minneapolis. And I do social media, so I started posting him to my social media, but I would never show his face.
Yeah.
But because it was like that swirl thing going, everybody was so intrigued, so the views were there.
Okay.
So I would show like the back of his head, the side of his neck, something. Like, never show his face.
Okay.
Soon enough, like, I started getting in the 100,000s and 500,000 and the millions views.
Okay.
And the DMs started coming in heavy. Girls started hitting me up from different cities, different states. Hey, is that such and such? Like, I'm dating him right now. He was just with me yesterday. He was just with me last week. We were just on vacation 2 weeks ago. Like, different girls. By the time I got all these girls together, there were like 15 girls in a group chat exchanging pictures and videos, the same stuff. He was taking us on the same dates, saying the same stuff, like doing the same things for us. Like, it was crazy. And I ended up blasting him on my TikTok and Instagram or whatever, because he actually did like the blackface in an old picture. I blasted him, and just for the fact that he was cheating on all these women, and all the girls were black, right? So he had a type.
Yeah.
So the last girl to hit me up was like this Asian looking girl, and she was trying to get the scoop. Turns out she was the current girl. And now they're married.
Wow.
And this was just like 2.5 years ago, and he's a changed man, but I feel so sorry for her because she married a sociopathic narcissist, like, yeah. But yeah, he lost his job, and now he's hitting me up, like, asking me to take the videos and stuff down, and it's not going down. So if y'all want to see it, the TikTok is TellTheTruthTeq, T-E-Q, so y'all can see that he ain't nothing but trash.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord. But that's it.
That's crazy.
And then some of the girls are coming to my baby shower.
What?
Like, we're cool. Like, we're like, yeah. We bonded over that traumatic experience.
Wow.
He went to California. He drove all the way there. That's like a 3,300 something mile ride. Right? He made a run.
From Georgia?
Yeah, from Georgia.
Wow. Okay.
He drove all the way there. And at the time, he was undergoing, I don't know, like some type of evolution in his personality. He found out about being sovereign or something like that.
Okay.
So he was driving there without a license, without registration, without a license plate, everything. He made it there, surprisingly. He made it all the way there. And he bought, I think, 7+ pounds of weed. Like, to give you perspective, it filled up the entire back seat of his Nissan's trunk. Yeah, it's like 5 trash bags full of weed.
Okay.
And he starts driving back. I just got off the phone with him. He starts driving back. I think he made it to San Bernardino. Anybody from Cali, like, you know how far that is from Los Angeles. That's where he picked up the weed from. And you're out there in the desert. So he begins getting lit up by one of the police. Now, he calls himself not trying to flee or anything like that. So he just did like 50 miles per hour because he didn't want to pull over. He didn't want to pull over because he didn't feel safe. You know, that's like a thing. If you don't feel safe, you're allowed to like put on your cautionaries and keep going until you like get to a gas station or something. So that's what he called himself doing. He wasn't gonna look like he was fleeing or nothing, so he just kept going at 50 miles per hour. I think like 15, 20 minutes later, up the road, they threw out some spike strips for him and they blow his tires. The whole right side of his tires, front and back. He goes spinning out into the dirt. I think the cops, they got out and pulled some guns on him. They punched some guns on him and they yelling at him. He told me that he got them to put the guns down only for them to walk up to him and start beating him up. Like he said they was gonna walk over and talk to him, but they just walked over and started grabbing him and started wrestling him down into the dirt. He in the dirt, and he ends up spending his night in jail. But the crazy thing about it is that after all of that, he got out. He got out and only served the time in there that they had him in there, and that was like 4 days, I think, or 3. Served like 3 days. He gets out and then beats the case. He beat the case itself. They charged him with a gun because he had a gun. They charged him with all the traffic stuff with no license, no registration. They charged him with the possession of the weed more than an ounce and like the intent to distribute. All that shit was racking up like 10 years plus.
Right. I'm wondering how he beat it.
He know a little something, I guess.
Because by law, you have to have those things. Like,
what he always says is by code. He always makes this like stark difference between code
and law.
And law. Yeah, there's what's law, but then there's what's called statutory law. And he spends hours talking to me about this stuff, so some of it is real.
Okay.
So it was him, and it was so. Is that? Let me actually restart the story. So there's a couple. Oh, 2 guys, obviously. One of them's cute, one of them is not cute. And as soon as I came into the bar, I immediately like felt them like looking at me. You know, like you can feel when people are like staring at you.
You can.
I paid them. This wasn't really like thinking about it. You know, whatever. Then the non-cute one started not subconsciously. What is the word? He was like he wasn't following me around, but he was like always in my area. No matter where I was at, and I don't know if you've ever been to Blake's before in Midtown, but there's so many different areas. But there's an upstairs, there's a downstairs, there's a patio, there's a back, there's a front. Why are you in all these spaces that I'm at? You're trying to put yourself in the same vicinity as me, so that way you were gonna come across, like walk across me, or I'm gonna walk across you, and then you can start a conversation, or whatever. I peeped you. Now that part is the part that seemed like you were being a predator, because you really should just allow the cute boyfriend to come over there and try to like vet me and be like, hey, you know, I think you're cute, or whatever the case may be. But it was whatever. So eventually he got in my area, and like we started like talking, me and the non-cute boyfriend, and I was kind of still paying him dust, and then the cute boyfriend came, and then I had to get my shit all the way together. And then the cute boyfriend was like flirting with me, but it was obvious that they were like a thing. So I was like, okay, is this gonna be a problem? Because I'm single and y'all seemingly are together, and I don't really know what's this gonna be. Gay guys like to fight. I'm not about to be anybody's like a domestic situation. So what's really going on? And they told me that they wanted to have a threesome with me right then and there. Well, they told me that in the bar, but we didn't have one in the bar, obviously. Yeah. But I did go home with them that night, though. What? And we had a threesome. But I really was like, that wasn't my first threesome. But then I didn't really have a reason not to do it. I mean, I'm single. Y'all are good in y'all hood. After this, I don't have to speak to you guys again. I don't have to do this with you guys again. It's just something I can just like check off my checklist of things I've done in my life multiple times. And so I think I'm actually about to get asked out tomorrow to actually have a boyfriend. So I actually dated this guy before, and then we broke up, and it was always some like unresolved issues, some unresolved like feelings. Like I knew that we would eventually find our way back to each other. My thing is now, like, I've wanted him for so long to date him again, and I was like, what if when I finally get him back, what if I don't want to date?
What?
I don't want to date. But then I'm just like, I think it might be, I'm just nervous and scared because he does have the potential to be the one, but I'm just, I don't know. We'll see how it works out.
Why did y'all break apart the first time?
So he said, if you tell me that to bring you your stuff to your apartment and this, that, and the other, I'm gonna assume that we're breaking up. So he was like, bring me all my stuff, I'm good on you. Those were his exact words. So I bring him all his stuff, and drop it off at his house. And when I bring it to his house, we don't even speak. It's just here you go, and that's it or whatever. So we don't see each other for a week or so. I ended up doing something with somebody else, and he found out about it, and he was like, so you felt the need to be doing this while we're on a break? And I was like, we're broken up, and you said bring you all your stuff and this, that, and I was like, if we're on a break,
and you said I'm good on you,
literally, if I'm good, that means you're done with me. You're good on, you're good on me. But we broke up because he said that technically that was cheating, and I was like, it's not necessarily. No, it's not really cheating, because I was under the impression that we were broken up, and I was like, you didn't say nothing to me, you weren't talking to me,
right?
So I don't understand what your whole issue is. But he quote unquote broke up with me after that, and we never got back together. But I got another boyfriend after that, and he got another boyfriend, but then that boyfriend didn't like him being friends with me, so then he dumped that boyfriend so that way he could still be friends with me. And so that was
Look at you, a high commodity.
I'm trying to be, but we'll see how it works out. I hope it works out.